Well, welcome back to Top Hops. This will be our last edition of this subscription. Really looking forward to our next batch of beers, but first, really looking forward to these beers. Today, we're going to start with Barrier Brewing Company out of Oceanside, New York. It's their German-style Pilsner. These guys are one of my favorite breweries. I know I say that a lot about a lot of breweries, but Barrier's been around for about 12 years. They're about 2 years older than we are. They brewed a special beer for us for our second or third anniversary, which was Top Dollar, part of their Money series. Excellent beer. You can see this beer is almost completely see-through. There's a little bit of haziness to it. It has a nice straw color to it with a nice white head. You get that Pilsner biscuity aroma. Great light, crisp Pilsner beer. Great finish on it. I'm really happy that a lot of the American craft brewers are brewing much better Pilsners these days. In the last couple of years, they've really come a long way in their Pilsner. Now we've got Peekskill Brewing Simple Sour. Now, Peekskill Brewing is a nice brewery in upstate New York in the Hudson Valley. Simple Sour is kind of exactly what it says. It's a simple kettle sour beer, really delicious. They started brewing this about 7 years ago, and when kettle sours really started to pick up in popularity. It might actually be longer than that, but that's how I remember it. Now, as you can see, this one is a lot more clear than a lot of the beers that we have been tasting recently. Yep, simple sour, that's what this is. It's just a nice, tart, dry, sour beer. No fruit, nothing that gets in the way. It's just a simple, tart, tasty beer. Now, 'tis the season. Santa Claus from Westbrook. Westbrook Brewing is in Charleston, South Carolina, just across the bridge in Mount Pleasant. They make some really fantastic beers down there. Big fan of this brewery. We've had some of their beers in the subscription in the past, I believe. So this is their Santa Claus. This is an IPA, Hazy Holiday India Pale Ale is what they call it. When most people think of a holiday beer, they don't think of an IPA. Westbrook decided to have a little fun with it, and I'm a big fan of this beer. Very, very happy with it. Okay, and it's a Hazy Holiday IPA. So as you can see, it is hazy, absolutely. It's got a nice head, golden orange, not quite orange juice, but not far off. Oh, that's great. Really juicy, beautiful beer. Hazy Holiday IPA. Lots of tropical fruit notes in there. Delicious beer, nice creamy mouthfeel, lots of body. I think you're really gonna enjoy this. If you like New England IPAs, you're gonna really like this beer. So, from our friends out in Iowa, this is from Toplane Goliath. This is King Sue. You probably have had Pseudo Sue, their IPA. This is King Sue, it's their double IPA. These guys are making great beers. They've been making great beers for years. I used to only be able to get these at bottle shares because they didn't come to New York until about 2 years ago. Was really excited when they came into New York and continue to be excited every time they deliver the beer here. Well, as you can see, again, we've got a hazy IPA here. We've got some nice tropical notes on that. Wow, it's like a punch. Tons of fruit, nice malty flavor, great creamy tasting beer, creamy mouthfeel. Clocks in at 7.8. So this is double IPA that is kind of on the lower end of the double IPA range of ABV. So you might even have a couple of these. The fifth beer we have is Central Waters Fat Elvis. I haven't had this beer yet, but I've had a lot of Central Waters beers before. They're out of Wisconsin, and they make really great Scotch ales, barrel-aged beers, stouts, that type of thing. A really good brewery up there by Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, well, that is black as night. A nice dark tan head, roasty notes off that. Yep, the roasted coffee flavor comes right out. A little bit of sweetness, kind of vanilla-like. I'll tell you, this time of year, I really like imperial stouts and the Baltic porters and the big, rich beers. This is a 12-ouncer, which is a nice change from a lot of the imperial stouts out there, clocking in the 16-ounce beers. You can tell you got a viscous beer when you get that. It all sticks to the side of the glass. Yeah, definitely when you're having this, let it come up to 55 degrees when you want to try this. This is really nice. We've got one more, and it's Cuvee Van der Kaiser from Gouden, Carolus. Gouden Carolus brews this once a year in February, and it's a special release beer. This is the vintage of 2018. It's an 11% Belgian strong dark ale. So Gouden Carolus is a great brewery in Belgium. Belgium has long been considered one of the top, if not the top, beer brewing country in the world. But their beers are not what a lot of American beer enthusiasts are used to drinking. It's malty and rich and complex. Lots of raisins and stone fruits, and not your tropical fruits that you're used to. It's absolutely delicious. A very creamy mouthfeel, coats your tongue. It's easy and drinkable. It tastes sweet, but it is 11%. So it's not drinkable in the sense that you want to have several of these, but it's a very delicious beer. This would be a dessert beer. Again, another sipper. Good one to enjoy, especially when you get the next day off. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you enjoy these 6 beers that take you through the holidays and into the new year. I hope you'll join us next year in 2021. We'll be bringing back the subscription with some changes to make it a lot easier to get involved whenever you want and to make it last as long as you want. Here's to seeing 2020 in the rearview mirror.